Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, it is getting very, very, very serious in Venezuela as their socialistic, a thriving economy, a very, very prosperous nation like Venezuela is completely being destroyed because of socialism. And basically it's communism and it's globalism, and it's destroyed this country. And somebody ought to take Bernie Sanders down there to get an understanding. Take former President Obama with you so that they can understand what socialism really does. Venezuela's protest is raging as the jailed Lopez supporters now are staging a vigil. It's getting very ugly there, folks. According to reports out of Venezuela, supporters of the jailed Venezuelan opposition leader Leopoldo Lopez held a vigil outside his prison demanding to see him on Thursday after rumors about his health had rattled the protest-hit country, where the death toll from anti-government unrest has now risen to 36. Lopez's wife and mother rushed to a military hospital in Caracas and then the hilltop Ramo Verde jail overnight. After a journalist tweeted Lopez had been taken to a medical center without vital signs. The President Nicolas Maduro, his leftist government, facing a wave of major opposition protests since last month, later issued a short proof of life video in which Lopez said he was fine. But folks, they record these in advance in case something does happen to keep down the emotional response. Officials have accused Lopez's family of stirring up the media frenzy to get attention and further stoke the protest. Today is May 3rd. This is when this happened. At 9 p.m., I'm sending a message to my family and my children that I am well, said Lopez, who's 46 years old, standing cross-armed in front of a cell bar, looking healthy in a sleeveless white T-shirt. But Lopez's wife, Lillian, who says she has not been allowed to see him in over a month, rejected the video as false and spent the night outside the jail. The only proof of life that we will accept is to see Lopez, she tweeted as she and Lopez's mother faced a line of green-clad National Guard soldiers at the prison. They later rotated out with some supporters to get some sleep. Now, Lopez is Venezuela's most prominent imprisoned politician, and U.S. President Donald Trump in February called for his release after the White House meeting with officials from Venezuela. The Venezuelans already on tenterhooks after the unrest that has killed protesters, government supporters, bystanders, security officials were shaken by the rumor over Lopez, who was jailed back in 2014 during the last major round of protests. So this guy's been rotting in jail for 3 years because he's the opposition leader, the political leader against this failed, disastrous, socialistic, globalistic, totalitarian government of Maduro, which is nothing more than a continuation of the former President Hugo Chavez, who died, of course, leaving his nation in a state of disaster. Well, the government says he is a dangerous agitator, pointing to his involvement in a brief 2002 coup against the late Hugo Chavez, when Lopez even helped arrest one of the cabinet ministers. They're inventing that they are the ones inventing that something or other has been done to Lopez to put together a big petty show so that we forget the 43 deaths he caused, according to the Socialist Party number 2 leader Cabello in a recent who was made reference to those who were killed back in 2014. Anyway, the total article you can find at the Crusader Journal. It's a very, very intense. There's chaos in the streets. There's flames being thrown. There's tear gas. The people are being shot. It is getting out of control. People can't get food. They go to the grocery stores. There's nothing on the shelf. That's what communism gets you. Because what it does, it kills the entrepreneur spirit. If you kill business leaders off to where they can't make money and where it doesn't even make sense to be in business, and they stop, and the government says, well, we'll take care of it. The government can't do anything right because they're not motivated. The people who work for the government are not motivated. They're not entrepreneurs. They don't have to make it happen. And then you have a total collapse of a system. It's what happened to the former Soviet Union. That's why Lenin and Stalin failed. It's why Fidel Castro's left Cuba in a state of crisis. It's failed. It's why North Korea, everybody's going hungry there because it's failed. It's why China, even with its attempt to thrive, only people thriving is the very, very, very 1%. Most people in China live in poverty. It's failed. It just fails. It's the ideology of the beast. Control, total control by the beast, and the little people are left picking up the scraps if they can find those. Thrown in prison if they cry about it or protest about it, get shot in the head or executed. It's the beast. It's the beast. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. It's getting ugly in Venezuela.